welcome to the channel or welcome back. Hopefully, this mic was a little low, so hopefully in post it's better. Anywho, I wanted to take sewing seriously in 2025, or at least a little bit more. So I have sewn quite a few things. It's not that I don't take it seriously, but I usually test stuff out and pretty much let it sit in my big box of undone projects. And I really want to start creating clothes that I actually wear. And so I want to make a series on this channel, and I want the series to kind of act as my accountability, because if I post it and tell the public and tell the world, like, hey, this is what I'm doing, it'll make me be a little bit more accountable with finishing projects. And I decided to go down this journey. Well, it's not technically a new journey, but I kind of got a false sense of confidence, or maybe it wasn't false, but I made some pants. And in my opinion, I don't know if you guys can see, these these they're not bad. And I had to make these, I think I made these in like 15 or 30 minutes, because I had to make them super last minute. And I didn't even like cut off the hemming or whatever, so like underneath all of this is not good, but the stitching is not super bad. And I've made or have tried to make pants before, and they were really, really, really bad. And the fact that I was able to construct these in such a short period of time, it just kind of boosted my confidence a little bit, where I'm like, oh, I can make clothes. Because this was like a last minute thing that I had to do for my son. Now, he still couldn't even fit these were too small. They looked like they fit him when he was standing up, but as he started to like move, I was like, oh yeah, these are too small. But they got on him, and they actually look like pants on him. So these are definitely probably going to be my daughter's pajama pants now, because they were a bit too small for my son. And I might have to redo the entire thing, because also the elastic side twisted right here. So again, these were made very, very quickly, but because they actually look like something, at least from a distance, I'm like, I think I'm ready, because I have been kind of procrastinating making clothes, because I didn't want to waste fabric. And then it finally occurred to me that I don't have to waste too much fabric. So I want to introduce you to a cute little toy I got. And I was like, oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, I forgot about my little. I forget that this has like a face. Is it so fun? But anyways, I want to introduce you to my little toy. When it comes to like making clothes for yourself, you don't technically need one of these, or at least I'm going to have to add padding to this. And the same thing, if you guys can come over here, the same thing with dress form, because this dress form is not my size. It's never been my size. But I'm going to try to add some padding to this, and maybe this. I honestly only got this so that I can kind of have fun. That's really why I got it. I saw people draping dresses on a smaller, smaller dress form, and I was like, that looks fun. So I got it. This is this is 1/3 size. So, because when I looked up 1/3, or how do I say, I was looking for a mini dress form, and a lot of people would say half size, but they were decorating something this small. Now, half size, this is almost a half size to me, and I had to actually go back. I got this from Amazon some years ago. I tried to find the original link to it, but I don't think they sell it anymore. But I was looking at this, I'm like, this is actually a pretty small dress form, and I was like, is this even half size? But it doesn't say that it's half size. But half size is something that you can sit on the desk. So half size is between this size and this size, and I would even argue closer to this size. I think the only thing that makes this full size is that it can go, like, it's actually on the floor, because I think the bodice, in my opinion, I mean, I guess no, half size is a bit smaller. I can see where I think half size is literally half. It might be from here to here. But anyways, I saw people decorating the half size, and I was like, that's, I mean, no, the this size. I'm like, that's not half size, and so um, that's that. So I'm literally just putting this together as I see it. I don't, I don't know if it came with any instructions, but I don't need instructions. What I probably shouldn't say that yet, but we'll put it together first, and then I'll say I don't need instructions. So what I like about this, so this I'll leave a link below because I was a little nervous that because I saw someone else do a video. I believe it was of this actual dress form, and she said it was styrofoam, and so I was like a little nervous about like I'm like I didn't want it to be super so cheap that like it was giving Dollar Tree. Even though this is the styrofoam, I don't know how to describe it. Is thick, like it's thick styrofoam in here. And for the price, I think the price is good because dress forms of any size can run you like $100 minimum. So for something to like play around with, I think the price was pretty good. Okay, so this is as low as it can go. Can you see? Are you able to see that? That motherfucker. This seems to be as low as it can go, and then let's put it into as high as it can go. But I'm just gonna put it as low as it can go and twist it together. Not bad. And also this little the screw is actually pretty heavy. So this is metal and this is metal and this is metal. So like I was also nervous that like this was all plastic. It would be like I would be like touching it and it would be like poof. Like I was afraid that it would be as light as air. But it's got some nice hold to it. Again, it's not the heaviest thing in the world, but I like it. And she's cute. Oh my gosh. And so I'm gonna sit her over here. Yeah, she's gonna be super cute. Like I can just put her, on my sewing area. Um, this makeup stuff, I'm going to do a D haul. What's a D haul? I'm gonna do a declutter and a makeup haul. So I'm just kind of waiting on the makeup to get here. It also came with some other little goodies. Okay, so it came with some red tape, and is the tape is used to create bodice measurements. So like I don't know how I'm saying it wrong. What do you call it? Not a bodice. Is it a bodice? It is a bodice. It's so you can measure the bodice. So like there's like 20 measurements. I'm also going to link below the person that I am watching because I'm this series it's not a tutorial. I'm gonna tell you that this series is definitely me listening to someone else and listening to other creators and then trying to learn as I go. And if you want to join me and learn, either you learn or just watch for fun. That's what this series is gonna be because I can't really say, oh, I'm gonna teach you how to sew. You can just watch a beginner do it. I already have my beautiful sewing machine. Oh, I definitely need a replacement chair. Don't look at the chair. But this is my pride and joy over here. I'm going to introduce all of my machines as well at some point. But yes, it came with some pins. Let's see. And they go all the way through. Because, I mean, the whole thing is made out of styrofoam, so I really wasn't worried about that. But the red tape is so that, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 20 measurements that you take for your bodice. I mean, and yeah, it's like, I mean, because most people know like bust, waist, and hip, but then there's also like back. I think there's like 20 or 25 or something. There's quite a few. And then the tape will help you keep it like it's supposed to stay on the bodice so that you're not having to remeasure, where the half point is and what each measurement is. Because there's like shoulder seam. Yeah, it's like they have shoulder seam and then there's mid bust seam. And so I'm going to do a video on me probably measuring. I think, well, okay, the first video is gonna probably have to be me measuring me. So I'm gonna do my measurements in the first episode and try to be as accurate as possible. And then I think after I have my measurements, I might try the padding technique for this bodice. And I still don't know. It would be nice to, get my measurements and then scale it down. That would be fun. Um, I might do that. Right now, the plan is first episode is me taking my measurements, and then next episode could be would be me. I think I want to do the padding for that after one and get this bodice, or I probably should do it after the whole thing. It would be better if I went ahead and did my measurements. Then you actually have to draft out the bodice pattern, which I'm waiting on my rulers for that. So hopefully by time I get to that point, I'll have the rulers, and I have some oops, I have some, like, they call this medical paper. This is definitely the paper that they have, like, when you go to the doctor and they like have that paper on the beds. That's what this is, and I may or may not use this. I don't know. I mean, that's what I bought it for. I bought it, and I actually bought it. I think I bought this like almost 5 years ago. Y'all, oh my goodness. We're finally getting to things, right? Okay. Anywho. Oh, that was so funny to me. That video. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know that reference. Anywho. Anyways. Or I might use this. This is a what they call it, craft paper roll. A lot of people use this for packaging. So I might use this. I have options at the end of the day. So it really doesn't matter. Because then after the bodice is then drafted onto paper, then that paper will then go onto some fabric that I have over there, and then it's a thin, just like a thin white fabric, and that will be created for the sloper. And then I'll put the sloper on and adjust any measurements that I need to adjust. And then once everything is adjusted and created, then I will take that sloper and apply it to actual other fabric to create a dress. So we have many, many steps. And in between that, I also am going to also translate it to Affinity Designer, or Affinity Designer, right? Whichever one. I have like the Affinity Studio, so I'm also going to translate it to draft that same pattern online, which I'm kind of geeking out about. But this is what everything came with. Like, it has this cute little measuring tape for her and some nice little pins and some bodice measuring tape. And I'm excited for the rulers to come. And after that, that will be that. Oh, I almost forgot. I guess this is this my mini era, my mini fan? I am also working on a project planner, a digital project planner, and I already have like a prototype right now. I'm going to redo this version of it just for this project. Well, I want to redo it because I have like some ideas already on how I want to change it, but I will be using the Reform digital planner. The Reform, I don't know. And I'm going to leave a link below, maybe not this video if it's not done, but by time the next episode comes up, I'm going to do what am I saying? The I'm going to give a free version of the project planner so that if you want to try it out, and that way you can give me feedback so that I can create a digital project planner that actually works. Because when I make planners, I actually like to use them for a good while. And then in the next episode, I should have the second prototype, I guess, if that makes sense, the second prototype of the digital project planner. It's a daily planner that it's a daily project planner, if that makes sense. It is really designed for you to actually get things done and check off a lot of boxes and really take big projects and break them down to small projects. So I'm super excited to share that as well. So I'm going to stop it here. Thank you for watching and stay on the lookout for this series. Thanks. Bye bye.